that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Name
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Welcome back to another episode of Live from the Plantation. I'm Spartacus 2.0, a.k.a. Jerry Metcalf, and with me, as usual, upstairs across the prison gallery on his own phone is Lucifer 777.
What's good, my dude? You straight this morning?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. This morning, we're going to discuss youth in prison. We're running a little behind. We got my bunkie on. His name's Jaden, and he had problems dialing the phone, so we're running late.
Yeah, that's
Jaden, say what's up.
What's up, man? What's up?
What's going on, buddy? What's going on, man? How you feeling today before we get started, bro?
Feeling good, man. Woke up early, feeling good. Just, you know what I'm saying, get my day started.
I know, man. We got off on the wrong start because, boy, Jaden. All right, man. Like you say, today we're talking about youth in prison, man. And as we know, you're a pretty young guy dealing with this shit, man. Before we start, tell the world a little bit about yourself.
Well, shoot. I'm Jaden, as y'all know. I was 16 when I got locked up. I'm doing 10 to 27 for armed robbery. I'll be home when I'm 27, doing 11 altogether, you know what I'm saying? Counting my juvenile time. I don't know. I just be chilling for real. There ain't really much else. All right.
Okay, then. All right, I'm going to ask the first question, Jerry, man, if that's okay with you, man.
Man, hit it.
Okay, man. Jaden. No, fuck that. Scratch that. Jaden. See, they family right now, so we're going to call you by the name that everybody calls you. It's Jaden. Okay?
Right.
I
respect it.
We know that, we know that you've been down since you've been 16 and stuff like that. Can you explain, like, your mindset from coming into the prison, and can you see growth after you've been in prison for, I don't know, how long you've been in prison now? Like 3 years now?
Yeah, 3 years. 3 years. I'm 19 now. I mean, when I first got locked up, I kind of knew, like, if things went south with the whole case and everything, that I was going to end up going to prison. And at first, it was more or less like, dang, like, man, I'm young. Like, why do I got to do all that time? But, I mean, it's changed me to where I can sit there, you know what I'm saying, and be thinking more, you know what I'm saying, more cognitive, I guess. I've been able to sit and think. I've matured a lot more, you know. Heard a lot more.
Most definitely, man. You and I both, I've been through the same thing.
Sure.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
I got a question. So, now, you're my cellmate, and you've had a dog now for a couple months.
Right.
What do you think about the idea of dogs in prison? Has it helped you in your transformation so far in the last, 3-4 months that you've my bunkie?
For sure. Definitely done help, and it's just helped me with my emotions a lot more too, like keeping them in check, you know, having something there that I can physically, you feel me, help me get through this situation and deal with a lot more stuff. Whenever I'm feeling aggravated, I can go to the cell, walk the dog, go outside with the dog, you know, train the dog whenever I'm upset, angry, any of that. Just definitely helped a lot. I think everybody should get a chance to, you know, have a dog and if they like dogs, of course. Have a dog and get to train the dog and everything.
I brought that up because I've noticed all the younger guys, they always gravitate toward the dogs. You see them, they're always petting them, they're always smiling and happy when the dog's around.
They do.
I've often wondered, hey, I wonder how it helps them. You know, because I know how it helps people my age, obviously, because I'm my age, but I can't really figure out, you know, it's hard to remember back, 20 20-some years. You know what I mean?
Right.
That
Right. It's hard to
helps.
it's hard to like conjure that feeling up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Gina
so
told me
as far as
Gina
like
told
the
me,
yeah,
hold up. Gina
for
told me
real.
she's gonna hang up on me in a minute, but you guys keep going, and then when we
Oh,
call back, we'll add
we
to
gonna
it.
keep it together. We're gonna keep it together for sure. We'll end it when you call back.
Yep.
So Jaden, man, as the administration goes, right? Like I see it every morning, like with the young guys, they loud, they upfront with their shit. Like how does the administration treat you? Did treat you when you was back in the youth section?
And I'm gonna be honest with you, like
Thank you for using GTL.
they they try to treat you like a kid, you know. They even if it don't matter, because on the youth section, we got the under 18 side from people that are all 17 and younger, you know, and then they got the other side, which is like 18 to 25. And they treat you like kids, you know, like they don't, and it's not even like a normal kid. They treat you like you just a badass kid, you know. And sometimes
Right.
it's just not that, you know. Like they'll try to
Most
mistreat you
definitely.
some of the time, but I don't know. They keep you locked down more than you should. They think they can get away with a lot more just 'cause you younger,
Most
you know.
definitely. Most definitely. They keep speaking of keeping you locked down, right? All right, well, we already in a prison setting, right? And we in the level 2, right? They treat y'all like y'all in level 4 or even higher security than y'all supposed to be
Right.
in, right? So
That's
I think of it like this because when I came down, right, I came down 17. I came down keeping somebody like that in isolation and then letting them out to like the general population is like caging a dog, right? Keeping them in a kennel
yeah,
and then expecting the dog to behave once you let it out. Like that's counterproductive if you want somebody to, you know what I'm saying, to be corrected in a correctional facility. You know?
right. They definitely go about things wronger, you know what I'm saying, than they should. They definitely, you know, keep you locked down when like half the unit locked down at the time. Keep, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people locked down when they shouldn't be. Let them all out. Let them, they kids, man. Let them do
Right.
their thing and shit. But yeah, they just be going about things wrong, and I don't think they understand because they wasn't, you know what I'm saying, a youth when in this type of setting, you know.
Was that I don't and then right, Jada, it's not that they're not a youth in this type of setting because we got some relatively young CEOs that's working, right? It's the fact
For
that
sure.
because I know a lot of people, I know a lot of people that look at young people like, and then they be like, well, I never act like that when I was younger, or they thinking of it like this is an advantage, right? I'm bigger than you, I'm holier than thou. I can tell you what it like. I can be more
Right.
stern with you than I can be with an adult because I know that shit won't fly with an adult as opposed to be flying with you. So they extra hard. Can you elaborate or tell me a little bit of your experiences about the COs and how like their attitude was towards you back there?
I mean, from coming over from the back side of the prison to this side of the prison, you know what I'm saying, from the kid side to over here, I could definitely see, like, you'll see one of these COs back there who be on a power trip. You know, they see that
Yeah.
they see that they have the power, so what they do is they use it, and they use it against the kids because they know, you know what I'm saying, we don't know much about the prison system and all that. A lot of us are just coming down. So they'll try to use it and keep on to that power. But then when you see them over here, they're like, man, is that the same CO? You sure? Because then they just be a whole different
Right.
person, you know? They
For
be a
real,
whole
for
different
real.
person.
All right, so we got a little bit of time left, man. I want you to tell, it's a message, right? If I want you to give your younger self, the 16-year-old Jaden, a message, man, or any 16-year-old Jadens that's out there, man. What would you tell 16-year-old Jadens out there in yourself if you was, you know, can go back in time?
If I could go back in time, I'll tell myself to chill out, man. I'll just tell them chill out, lay back, and learn a little something. You know, read a book or two,
Right.
get
Most
some
definitely.
knowledge,
Yeah.
and use it to your advantage. You know.
All right, I'm back. You know, I was gone. Gina
Okay.
cut me off. You know how Gina can be. 15 minutes, you're out of there no matter what.
For
I got
real,
a
for
question
real.
for I got a question for Jaden. Jaden, what since you've come to prison, what's been the most difficult thing in your mind? Like what's the hardest part of prison?
The hardest part will be thinking about what I'm going to do with the future. For me, at least, because I be thinking a lot, and it's more or less like when I get out, since I was so young, when I got locked up, how I'm going to get acclimated to the world out there as an adult, with me never being an adult, out there in the world, and where I'm gonna go and all that. That would probably be the hardest part for me personally.
So that's something
Me
that
thinking.
worries you, you're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
That wasn't the answer I expected, but that was a good one.
Yeah. I mean, that was a good one. It was very profound, man. It was very profound. I wanted to ask you something too, Jay. I'm gonna piggyback on the question that Jerry just asked, right? All right, so you worried about the future, right?
Right.
What are the steps that you're making in the present to make sure your future is more prosperous and you are more accomplished?
Good one.
What is things you asked, what is the things I'm doing in the present to make sure I'm more accomplished for the future?
Right now, to make your future brighter than what you worry about, what will be or what are you doing?
Other
right
than
now.
listening to your all wisdom knowing bunkie.
Well, one right now, I'm learning from Jerry. That's one. That's number one. Two, I'm in the dog program. Signed up for college. I'm on the waiting list. I think those are the two big things I'm doing right now that could help me in the future.
You know what? One of the biggest things, if I can lend you any advice, bro, the biggest thing you should be doing to prepare yourself for the future is building your spiritual basis, right? Becoming a faithful man and a God-fearing man, right? Even if you're not a religious man, right? I think that you should touch bases on the spiritual level because it's your voice of reason. Not only is your voice of reason, it's that God essence within you that's going to tell you right from wrong. It's your conscience.
Knowledge you just dropped on me.
For sure, bro.
Mind, body, and spirit. But you know me, I agree with everything Seven just said except for the fearing part. I don't think God needs to be feared. But other than that, everything is on point from my point of view.
Most definitely. And it's not like a fear thing. You shouldn't fear it, right? So I don't fear God, but I understand like the consequences like that karma brings, right? I understand it. So you should fear the consequences, not the entity. So I should rephrase that.
Yeah, consequences of your own actions.
Yeah.
For real. And that's just, in totality, retrospectively speaking,
Yeah. Or also listen to Jaden. What I tell you about Jerry Springer?
You said if I can sit there and just look in the day room at all the people that just sit there and watch Jerry Springer, right? You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing something else productive with their time, just look at them. And sometimes if I just say skip Jerry Springer, you know what I'm saying, and go watch something like Channel 21 or something where they flipping houses, or 31 is it, that they flip houses and all that, I could learn something from that, and take that and build up all the knowledge from when I was watching Jerry Springer and not learning nothing to learning something, a little bit of something every day, and using it for something better in the future.
Right.
I believe
that boils down to. That's right. What it boils down to is make your time as productive as possible. So if you're going to watch TV, watch something that's going to teach you something. Not Jerry Springer wondering whose baby's mama got, whatever. You get my point.
Yeah. Right.
For sure. Hey, listen, right, Jaden, I can relate to it, right? Because I came down when I was 17, right? And I used to pay attention to the most absurd, idiotic shit, you know what I'm saying, that come by the screen, that come to my forefront. I used to give energy to the most useful shit, useless shit, right? Until I'm like, damn, all right. Somebody told me that prison is one of the best institutions in the world, right? Right? it's like it's up there with like colleges, right? Because it teaches you not only critical thinking, right? It teaches you a lot about personalities, about human beings. It teaches you, how to really withdraw it within yourself, right? To really like self-reflect and really know what like direction you're going in the world, right? So use that to your like. That's one of the tools that you can use in your repertoire to really like look back and observe, right? Learn from the people around you. Learn from the people that made the mistakes, right? Learn from the people that tread, that line of, all right, well, I did this or I joined this and that didn't work out for me, or I tried dealing drugs and this didn't work out for me. You know what I'm saying? It teaches you a lot of shit.
Right.
Yeah. You know what else it teaches you? It really helps you to hone your fight or flight skills. You learn real fast whether you're a lion or a motherfucking gazelle.
For real. So that.
Real, bro. And we make fun of you a lot, right? And I'm gonna poke fun at you for shit you just said earlier, right? That wronger situation. That wronger situation.
Right. We just discussed it.
But y'all don't know, right? J-Dan is the king of getting slaps. Slaps is when somebody says something that doesn't make any sense, like some shit I just said earlier. I couldn't remember if Pennsylvania was a state.
Right. Yeah. That was a slap situation for sure.
It's not a state. It's a commonwealth. Hey, Pennsylvania is not a state. It's a commonwealth.
You see, that was the confusing part, right? Because I'm looking at, I'm saying, all right, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York. So I'm like, is Pennsylvania a state or what? And I started off like, I don't want to sound stupid, but that's with a slap-worthy situation.
I mean, I think we still do say state of Pennsylvania, but it's also the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I have no idea what the fucking difference is.
That's the thing, bro. That's the thing. This shit is confusing, man. Our forefathers should make the shit less confusing than what it actually is. You know? We'd be better off in the world.
Columbia.
Right. And it's only one small little square of fucking Washington D.C. of Maryland. There's only one small little square of Maryland, bro.
Yeah.
Outside of that is something entirely, a city entirely different.
Right.
Do you know how long it like the District of Columbia is? Like,
yeah. You know, they needed a place that was neutral of all this, so they didn't want you to be there, the seat of power to be in any one state, so it would favor that state. So they made the District of Columbia separate from all the other states, so that it could be neutral and do its job, so that the seat of government, the seat of power, could be completely neutral and not favor one state over another.
So could it be comparable to like the Vatican or some shit like that?
No, because the Vatican is its own little country inside of Italy. Probably you're right, probably for that exact same reason. I've never really thought of it that way, but sure, probably. Because, the Vatican, inside of those walls, it's got its own rules and laws, and, they're separate from Italian rules and laws, and they got their own, I think it's the Swiss Guard or somebody from another, or the people who protect it.
A little militia almost?
Yeah, they got their own little, they wear them little funny outfits and shit. But they're real.
I can see J-Dan in one of those.
Shit.
Right.
I can see you at the Buckingham Palace, man, in one of those little hats, just standing there with the little gun and shit, J-Dan. I can see that.
I don't know if I can. I don't think I can sit there and wear a furry hat, man. I don't know about all that, but
yeah. Not only that, have you ever seen how much he fucking fidgets? He's fidgeting all the time. He'd been fired the first day. Drill sergeant would come out there and beat his ass.
Real, bro. So
just for the listener, let's
short.
Just describe Jaden's one of them young kids. He's kind of tall, skinny, ain't got an ounce of fat on him because he's like full high energy. He's like, if the scale of energy is 1 to 100, he's like at 110. He's always fidgeting and moving and shit, you know.
Sure.
And when he sleeps, he'll sleep for 17 hours straight. He'll go to bed at like 9 o'clock and then wake up the next day at like 1 hour, 8 o'clock. So he slept for 23 fucking hours straight.
Yeah, something like that.
Then cry about he's hungry. I'm hungry. I need something to eat. Well, motherfucker, you just slept the whole day. Of course you're hungry. Hey, we're out of time. We're out of time. What do we do here live from the plantation?
Man,
we break the chains, bro. We break the chains.
Break the motherfucking chains. Break the chains.
It was nice having y'all having me on here, man.
Yeah, take us out, Seven.
Yeah,
take us
sure,
out,
bro. It's always love. Y'all are family, right? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in with me, Jerry and Jaden. This is XP3 The Red Zone, and this is live from the plantation. No one come on, man. Make sure y'all tune in next time. Peace.